Hey, veteran and friends of veterans. I hope that you are doing well. Listen, if you have achieved 100% permanent and total, I want to share with you three do's and three don'ts for those who are in this situation. So let's get right into it. So one of the first thing, right, you receive the permanent and total status. One of the things that you want to do is there are every state in the United States has their own or they have their own veteran benefits. And one of the benefits, and in all reality, if you've achieved 100% permanent total, I'm certain that you perhaps know what your state offers, but I know that it's different throughout the United States. But you are now going to be uh, have the opportunity to get to enjoy many benefits, not only through the VA but also through your state. So one of them is right. Many veterans own homes, own their home. One of the things that you want to do is you want to go to the most often the county courthouse or the county. There's going to be some sort of designated area to where you can then get a certain percentage, almost a certain percentage, whether it's 100% or 20% off your property taxes. So there are some states, right? Some states have it where they don't pay any property taxes if you are 100% permanent and total, right? So you can go and enjoy that. So make sure that you look into what your state that you live in, that you are resident in, and what do they offer for the percentage of property that you or the percentage that you are now able to either deduct or perhaps even not have to pay each year. So that's a big that could potentially be thousands of dollars every year. So definitely do that. The second thing is now these are, let me just make sure I go over these. These are the dues, right? This is what you want to do. Dues, if you have 100% permanent total. Now the next one is you want to contact your local VA clinic, hospital, and contact eligibility to for eligibility to enroll for dental. You will now be able to receive dental services, and this is a big one, right? We should be getting our teeth cleaned once or twice a year, and this is a huge thing that is now available to you. That and of course, other issues that may occur throughout your lifetime where dental is something that you will need. So definitely enroll. The third one is you now will receive a different ID card through the DoD for 100% permanent total or a new ID card. So you want to look into getting this ID card. It's different. It's a card that designates you or is an ID card that shows that you are 100% permanent total. And there are benefits of having this ID card. And so these are the three things. And this is with the DoD. Now, I know for me, I had there many people live close to a military base reserve, so you will contact a rapid ID center, and they are the areas that, or there are the locations that can help you in getting this ID card. Okay, now also you can enroll enroll your dependents, spouse, child, enroll your dependents. And I know that you will need, oh, so when you go to get an ID card, you will need your 100% your letter, right? 100% permanent and total letter. You will need your, I don't know why you need this, but you need your DD 214, and then you need your driver's license. Driver's license or ID. Let's see, driver's license. All right. So when you locate a rapid ID center, you're going to need, now let me see if I can, so what, so once again, you get a different ID card. It's a rapid ID center. You're going to need your 100% permanent total letter, your DD-214, and of course, you'll be using your driver's license, right? So, as another form of ID. Right now, when you enroll your dependents, okay. Now, for marriage, you need a marriage certificate. Marriage certificate. And you need your wife's ID, like some sort of ID, whether it's a passport, driver's license, and her social security number. And that will be the same for any other dependents. Beside a child, so if it's a child, right, their birth certificate, birth certificate. Birth certificate, social security card, right? And then I believe some sort of ID. But if it's obvious, I think it's only a certain date that you will need an actual ID. So these are the three do's. Once you achieve that 100%, go and see how much percentage you can get off of your property taxes. Now you're eligible to enroll for dental, and then you are now eligible to receive an ID card that will allow you to utilize different services. Now, one other thing that I will add is that, once again, every state is different. But I know for me, one thing that's really incredible is you get fishing, hunting license. This is a potential state dependent license, right? I know in the state of Oregon, you don't even have to be 100% permanent total. I think you could even be 30%. You get a permanent driver's plate for your vehicle, permanent driver vehicle, I should say, permanent vehicle license plate. Right? So you don't have to pay any tags every year. Every state is going to have their own different options. Now, let's go into the don'ts. One of the biggest don'ts, and I know this is difficult for many people to understand, because permanent means what? Permanent. Not exactly. Don't stop going to the doctor. Right? Don't stop going to the doctor. Continue to get taken care of. Continue to see the mental health. Continue to get physical therapy, these sorts of things. Continue to do it, right? There are people who I know that I have run into in different veteran events where they share how, yep, my buddy, he just disappeared. And although it's a long time, it's not like a year or two, but just stop going to the doctor. Just stop taking medication. Just, and that's another one is don't, I should put don't for this one. Don't stop taking your medications, right? Um, don't stop going to the doctor, right? Don't stop taking your medications, right? This is all stuff that's helping you and is the reason why you got 100% permanent and total, right? And and the other thing is, and this is a tough one, don't believe this is for life. Now, I know there is this thing, right? Permanent and total. And oftentimes we veterans will get adjust to their new compensation and kind of sit back and think this is forever, right? And although it should, and it's most likely going to be, but it's unfortunate when a veteran is in his 50s, perhaps even older, and thinks that, and there are some age. Don't get me wrong there, and it's in some cases, but oftentimes when people think that something's permanent and forever, and that's things can happen, and you can't argue with certain about certain things, and so just want to prevent you from thinking, oh, this is permanent. I don't have to prepare for retirement. I don't have to, put away savings. I don't have to, you know, prepare those things that you would normally be doing if you were working full time. And this does become for many full-time income, and it helps families out tremendously. But when they get notification that something has changed, it takes them to another. It disrupts. So what I shouldn't say don't believe that this is for life. I would encourage to that it's not something that you just kind of sit back and not continue to work if you can, invest, save, or start a business so that in the event, you are prepared. So this is more of kind of just an encouragement of not to look at this as something to where if this were to go away in your life, that you would still be okay. And I know for many, this can be very difficult to hear, but I think it's more important to hear this and be aware of it than it happened to you or to a family member or to a friend, and now they're in a bad spot, right? So should it be forever? Yes. Should it be? Yes. But we just don't know what the future holds, and we don't know what things can change in someone's life, in the VA. We just don't know. So I encourage you to, instead of perhaps saying don't believe this is for life, meaning you're 100% total, it's just be wise. I'm just going to say be wise about this compensation, right? About your compensation. And continue to build, right? Continue to build your financial intelligence, right? Continue to put money away. Put money away. Put money away, meaning savings, right? That could mean investments, um, and you could continue to work and continue to improve your financial situation. Okay, and then really, this could be an opportunity to be an entrepreneur and building a business for yourself where every month you're not well, that actually reminds me of something else, but being an entrepreneur and looking at developing the skills that are necessary to be an entrepreneur, a business owner, right? So develop your, be wise about your compensation, really build your financial intelligence and how to manage money. And, another thing that's very, very, very important is to, I understand everybody's situation is different. But one thing to be mindful when taking on debt, right? Debt is it's a killer. It's literally accepting, um, how do I put this? It's personal enslavement, if you will, right? Where you're literally putting yourself and your family in a situation where you now have to make so much money per month. And I wouldn't want that to be for you or for any veteran who are now, receiving this monthly compensation. And so that's where you're building your financial intelligence. That's where you're putting money away. You're whether it's savings, investments, you're improving your financial situation, right? Um, and perhaps even looking at becoming an entrepreneur and being grateful for this. Obviously, if you are in a situation where, be grateful that this even exists, right? For us as veterans, not every country values their veterans, and so that's what I mean by grateful. Because obviously, we sign up and we serve our country, and we serve in wartime. I'm an Iraq War veteran, and so I know that I put my body, my life on the line. And so I know that I have earned this, right? So it's not a given. But at the same time, I'm very grateful that this even exists for us, especially these benefits statewide. But at the same time, it's important to continue to um, think about these things that I've shared here. All right. So definitely look into your state and see what benefits you have available in your state. Um, I mentioned permanent vehicle license plate. That's in Oregon. So don't think that that's necessarily, or that I'm not saying that that's in every state. You're eligible to enroll for dental. Make sure you call your local VA clinic and give them a call and let them know that you are now 100%. You may need to enroll in it specifically. You also could get an ID card, contact Rapid ID Center. And this is also one other thing too is Champ VA. Let's see. So this is just for your ID card, but also your family, your dependents can be enrolled in Champ VA. All right. So another benefit. So there's more than three do's and don'ts in this, but once again, keep going to the doctor, keep taking your meds, and be wise with that compensation that you receive each and every month. Also, if you are in the process or know anybody, you're not in the process, but one thing to keep in mind is that you can continue to submit claims once you're 100%. Be mindful of that too, to where, there's, depending on what your goal is, there may not be a reason to continue putting in for more claims once you've reached 100%. So just something to be aware of. But you can if that's something that you're interested in. Well, please look into your state once again. Also, if you know a veteran who may or may not be 100%, but just for them to know what are some things, some knowledge to know about once they achieve 100%, please share this video with other veterans that are in your life. And those veterans you're watching, appreciate you watching, and I encourage you to subscribe and also share this with other veterans. And then also, if you are a friend or family of a veteran, perhaps you're just watching this for your own knowledge. Excuse me. I encourage you to share this video with them. Well, thank you for watching, and I look forward to seeing you in my next video.